afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda here of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. All here in an exciting 1 vs 1 on Langraskaya here between Ladin, fighting here for the United States of America for the 7th Infantry Division, here with Infantry Company chosen right off the bat, going up here versus Cheese, fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich. Rolling out here for the Kampfgruppe, possibly. Anyways, we got full festering armor, lightning wall, and mobile defensive rim. Bulletins are pretty much all infantry, although with a single artillery strike. One here for Ladin. Right now on the way, we got grenadiers on the way, so both sides so far going, well, rather infantry heavy in a sense. Pioneers moving up there, securing the points here. Heading westwards, pretty standard stuff there, obviously, with the American heading east. He's focusing hard down there with Reitman and the re-echelons. He's going as much as can. Briefly looked like he was going to try and wire off this piece of cover, for example, sort of denied to the enemy, which is, well, pretty common, but looks like he decided against it, instead moving now westwards again. With more Reitman around, of course, he's further reinforcing their position there. And of course, the question is, what will Cheese go for next? Will he go for sort of heavy on the grenadiers? Will he go for some MD-42s? I mean, that would help him a bit, would help him sort of pin down troops here and there, and that's getting a bit more extra punch. And there we go, MG-42. As for Ladin, we got more Reitman on the way. Not too surprised. I mean, particularly with an infantry company start there, I mean, in terms of what we've chosen now, we know infantry is going to be playing a large role because, I mean, all it's going to be a bit senseless. I mean, since, of course, it's going to open up here for the brown light machine gun, which will offer him quite a bit of punch. Of course, the question is, will he actually make use of the rest of the doctrine? For example, uses ramp to lay down mines, sandbags, but also, for example, mortar half-tracks, so a bit of sort of more mobile artillery support of the lighter kind here that is advancing up. And before truly moving in, there's a pushing a bit further up, bringing him to the heavy cover. And of course, the Ladin might regret not having wired off. There we go, rough flanking. Good job there, while sort of getting behind the grenadiers here. Make sure to do it properly, of course, the grenadiers and wisely done here by Cheese Bar is focusing down. So quickly tear them apart, and there we go, somebody exposed there to fire out in the open. This could actually end up a bit poorly here for Ladin. Had Cheese not ragged, of course, I mean, things will look different. Now we got the MD-42 moving in as well. That could certainly further put things in their favour here. Cheese, but then go now further though. It's going a bit against Cheese once more, right in the tank here for the north. MD-42 sitting up. Can it support here? Probably. Come on, the MD-42 needs something. There we go. Firing at the right for the grenadiers. They are taking quite a beating. They could get wiped out. We got another one from the squad on the way. Oh, grenadiers, what I mean. But there you go. It looks like it could be wiped out. The other MD-42 can't cover it. Oh, Scheiße. Run, Dieter, run! There we go, looks like he made it. MD-42 trying to deal with it. Rather surrounded, not a lot of support there. Very risky. And there we go, already hit Ladin with 3 Reitman's research grenades. An interesting approach there. I mean, a lot of Americans, as well, of course, just still sticking to yesterday and asking for Lieutenant M20. But now we're actually seeing a sort of more increased grenade response here. With, of course, the improvement of the MD-42. So that's pretty interesting to watch. And of course, I mean, that delays thing here, for, of course, in terms of getting the Lieutenant and then M20 out for Ladin. Of course, for Cheese, I mean, that could, in theory, gives him a bit more maneuver room before he has to worry about an M20 any other kind of light vehicle. No tech up though. Part of the station consider getting another MD-42 to sort of help deal with all these Americans, all the Reitman, perhaps force them to get more smoke grenades off, which of course would then be needs to be popped towards that rather than regular grenade, which of course then would drain munitions away from other things like, say, the brown light machine guns. But there you go, engagement on the left side, re-echelons being pushed away here by the Pioniere. Route is back. Bunker going up, MD-42 reinforced with 3 grenadiers, 1 Pioneer with a flamethrower and 1 MD-42. Ladin sticking here 2-3 Reitman. He's getting a Lieutenant there, which of course also benefits from the grenade package. Of course, the question is what will happen next here. Will Cheese, for example, take up? Will he go for an MD-42? Will he go for a sniper, for example, aiming for maybe sort of a drain here on the Rifleman? I mean, that could also work out. Will he take up? Perhaps a bit worried he might still end up getting hit there, of course, eventually by an M20, in which case, of course, S222 here could help out, but so not up versus all the Rifleman. M40 moving up here, a bit aggressive by Cheese. I mean, it's a bit risky there, but getting to a bit of trouble there, getting hit there by Rifleman on several sides. You need to consider getting out there, they're already low in health. The Rifleman closing in, and that's going to make an escape even more hazardous, and the MD-42 can't quite help. Nope, by his sort of shifting about there, trying to avoid the arc there, I believe, if you spotted it. Otherwise, it's just some pretty good coincidence there. Go, need to get out the other door, get out the other door. There we go, but always then too late. Too late. It might be too late. MG42 opening up. And sadly, Jürgen was cut down. At the same time, the Rifleman flanking up against the MG42. Pretty aggressive play, but again, Cheese needs to be a bit more careful there when it comes to the MG42. Watch its flanks a bit better, because right here as we're seeing Ladin is playing rather aggressive with the infantry. He's not, of course, just hoarding it up. He's sort of spreading out, always sort of trying to feel out his opponent and trying to sort of find an exposed flank, which he did right there, rather collapsing things rapidly for Cheese, who's now in a bit of a, well, tough spot. We are seeing some tech up there, and we've got a mortar half-track out there. Of course, the mortar half-track has been improved. It is now notably more useful there for the Americans. Of course, it's surprising we aren't seeing it more used, but now we've got here Ladin pulling up the M21 mortar half-track. Moving up there for some artillery support of the lighter kind. They also, I believe, actually mounted pack howitzers on them, anti-tank guns and a bunch of other things. So, fun facts there, fun facts there.
Get ready.
Got his force back here, the lieutenant in a pretty formidable position there with the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle. And it is there falling back. Got the light mechanized company going up there for Cheese. No sign of a doctrine from him though. No response as of yet. But definitely a bit of a rough start there. He could, for example, now consider getting a light machine gun, but then again if he's aiming for a scout car and a 222, of course he's going to have to save that munitions. Part of me would suggest maybe another MG42 against to help cover flanks. No rule against force Ladin to be a bit more careful with his infantry. Plus that way he could some set up one MG42 a bit aggressively as bait, then keep the other one MG42 covering that one. Then once it sort of takes the bait, goes off that exposed MG42, the other MG42 then sort of deals with the Americans following up. So I mean that could be an option. But there you go, we got the 221 there on the way. Smoke grenade off there for the Americans. Pioneers up there with the Flammenwerfer. Burning away. Quick final grenade to the Pioneers to rush forwards boldly, but perhaps a bit too boldly as most of the unit gets wiped out. Another grenade here against the MG42. Cheese likes to play aggressive, that's for sure. We've got more grenadiers down the way. Then I think an MG42 or Panzer grenadiers would be a bit better to work the well. Either way, we got the 221 here getting to 222. Rather than moving up, needs to be a bit careful, keep it distant. And we got the mortar half-track flying away there. Rifleman pushing back. There we go. The lieutenant is still standing, but his unit is one man short. And there we go, Rifleman coming under fire. And there we go, we are seeing here that the 222 is actually successfully forcing back Ladin here. And he was a bit caught off guard here. Could of course go for a 20 or the N15 to help deal with. There we go, 222 rushing in here, trying to get the mortar half-track, blocking the way. Rather hazardous driving there from the driver, Dieter. And there you go, anti-tank rifle net goes off, damaging the engine, but Dieter keeps it running. It's not for anything, he got also tickets from the police for hazardous driving. MG42 is setting up, we got Pioneers moving in there, 222 makes it away. And there you go, Rifleman wiped out entirely. That's going to hurt Ladin here early on, who might have been a bit too confident here with the early progress he had versus Cheese, and Cheese in that case was able to sort of catch him off guard. Well, nice to see the mortar half-track, however long that lasted. Another engagement here, so it's going to deal, getting back the fuel point here. Now here there's a chance, of course, for Cheese to sort of seize back a lot of territory from his opponent. Of course, he's probably going to do as best as he can with that. We got Browns there being handed out. Has he upgraded the lieutenant with one? No. Shame. I mean, it is something you can also do with the lieutenant, of course. Upgrade him with another weapon, but so many players, I feel, neglect that one. We got more rifle there for Ladin. Still floating a bit of a chunk of manpower there. He could consider more rifle. He could consider some cash, you see there, a fuel cache, or maybe a munitions cache, in fact, so help him with all those Brownings and grenades. I think would actually be a pretty good choice there for Ladin. And of course, great this where will he take this from here on. Okay, so Captain on the way. So tier 2, tier 3. Lots of sort of light weapons, a more mobile style of play, rapid. Also a bit harder, for example, to deal with in terms of anti-tank guns and the likes. And certainly also opened up for a few more surprises. 222 here firing into the rifleman. Do we have any tech up? There we go. In fact, he has tech up here for tier 3. Already good job there by Cheese. Good job there by Cheese. And the 222s are sort of buying breathing space and sort of trying to push forward. And in fact, right here, there might be then a real good chance for Cheese to get back into the proceedings, sort of, and push his opponent further. Because currently, I mean, Ladin, I mean, hasn't prepared himself so heavily for armor. I mean, he's got plenty of stuff in the light of vehicles, but quick tank for something like a Flak Panzer, or some Stu's tactic cause Ladin quite a bit of problems. Funny to push away, got a nice flank here with the rifleman, M4 holding up. I mean, he's placed it out in the open. Not really good position there for Cheese's machine and Gevera, and there we go, it is forced back. Rifleman tumble down. That's the auto cannon tear into them. Still, Cheese is making good progress. And Panzergrenadier here moving forwards. Panzergrenadier.
Grenadiers ready. Boys, you ready to roll out? Ready for our opponents.
222 getting closer to well, veteran 3, and we've got another mortar half track here. I mean, I'm imagining here he's basically sort of sticking to what so far Cheese is throwing at him, and just deciding, you know, he wants to counter that pretty well. And certainly, mortar half track in particular help versus the MD42 and other bits. And I'm guessing one reason he wants to use that is, of course, he doesn't have to constantly rely on the grenades either, because that then takes away munitions from the Browning light machine guns. I mean, there's some interesting dynamics going on there in terms of how Ladin is approaching this battle. Quick rocket grenade here. Oh, good lord! The thing that I'm here outside rifle to save the rifle is the fact that the grenadier is already suppressed and thus can't hit well. And right, we saw aggressive push with the 222, which saw it wrecked entirely. Bit of a shame there, bit of a shame there. Even Dieter couldn't pull himself out of that one. Not with 2 bazookas aimed straight at him. There you go, grenades going off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh! Poorly timed retreat there. Baskus ran straight into the grenade and got wiped. That was definitely unfortunate at the same time again. I mean, he does seem to play very aggressive with MD42. Problem is, with the Americans equipped like this, it's too hazardous, I feel. I mean, he's very much sort of more likely to surprise himself than his opponent once his MD42 runs a lot of trouble there. So he needs to sort of keep it more behind his own infantry. But otherwise, that was a very unfortunate timing there of the grenade.
Orders! Listen up!
Which of course worked out great there for Ladin. Ah shit, they're running. Oh wait, they're running into it. And why? Anyways, we've got the Suprema Corps going up there. Armour might now in fact be the hope here for Cheese, with all the losses he's otherwise suffering and the otherwise pressure here. His opponent can't kill him. He's not getting an M15A1. Very sort of half-tracked force here from Ladin. Not what you'd usually see. Just because you normally wouldn't see it doesn't mean it's bad, just, you know, not normally seen. It certainly sort of heads towards a more specific kind of force composition. And again, one very light, one very sort of swift and mobile, and perhaps not quite as easy to hit in some regards, but also sort of quick to move up. It's certainly interesting. Advancing up, quite working out well. We got the MG4 sitting up here. Rifle could end up in trouble. Almost went to 2 there. He could shift over. There we go, incendiary rounds. Finally using them. So many Wehrmacht players have been neglecting them. There you go, Rifle definitely taking a beating there. Flamethrowers moving as well at the same time. Getting engagement up here. Aviation is pushed away by a large grenadier force. So with the armour here on the way, question of course is going for the Flak Panzer or the Panther 4. And of course that rather sort of depends on how he feels his opponent is going to counter. All of those half tactics actually would certainly make any sort of armour rather tricky. So a Flak Panzer right now would actually be the best choice. We'll be able to punish the infantry quite nicely. And of course it's not to say there's no counters at all. I mean, you could bring in anti-tank to do it. But there's no, how should we say, sort of direct hard counter that can sort of follow it out. Right here though, Cheese again makes a bit of a mistake. There was MD42, he does seem to have a bad habit with it. In this case, the armies get it, and in fact they might steal it away. And is it finding on a bit too clammed up though? There we go, forced away by the mortar after the M15A1, which is certainly only going to enforce it for Cheese that what he's going for is in fact a pretty solid choice. As long as he plays it correctly, of course, that might be the trick here, since, I mean, so far the way he's played his MD42 might certainly bring the Austrian choice a bit into question. Pioneers advancing now. Getting a pack 40 as well, of course, I mean, no matter what, he's still going for a hard anti-infantry counter, in which case And he's going to sort of have to sort of prepare himself for any kind of armor, in which case packs are his only real choice at the moment. I mean, he could also go for a pack for free, but that's a lot more static. So not something you get until you definitely know what's coming. But there you go, Flak Panzer V immobilized. Time here for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Cheese is in a bit of sort of trouble in terms of infantry and units. He's handed on MD42. He suffered quite a few losses. He's lost scout cars and whatnot, but of course, at the same time, he has done some damage to Ladin, who's also suffered infantry losses. He has lost one M21 mortar half-track here, so I mean, it's not like all is going against him, but it's certainly a bit of a struggle here for Cheese. But at the same time, with the Flak Panzer out, he definitely has a good chance of getting back a good strike there versus Ladin if he plays his cards correctly. And right now, that would be going straight in for the throat here, since there's currently very little that could stop it directly. I mean, if he were to basically push up here, he could get the M15A1, he could get the M21. And of course, here's the thing. He's got absolutely no mines down. I mean, he had the M20 as an option, or he could even just use his rifleman to lay down the sort of clusters of the light anti-tank man there, but neither has really been utilised. So that, of course, a full Flak Panzer rise is going to be quite effective. I mean, and that's definitely been a bit of a problem here in Ladin's strategy. It basically sort of went with, things are going great with the infantry, I don't have to worry about armor. The thing is, though, you should always, somewhere in the back of your head, worry about what if he gets armor, because there's every chance, every opportunity your opponent will somehow scrounge together fuel and go for something, which of course is what happened right here with Cheese. And if you're not unprepared for that, that could certainly turn a great situation for you into a very bad one, since you then counters everything you've got on the field, and you've got very little to deal with that. So right here we see here Cheese basically with the hope, well, the only hope left to sort of really turn this thing around and sort of maybe have a chance of winning this battle so far. So of course for Ladin it's going to be coming down to how quickly can he counter this, sort of bring other elements to the field. I mean, an anti-tank gun will be needed. He could support with a steward light tank, that could help stun it and sort of make an easy target for the anti-tank gun. Other options are of course getting bazookas for the rifleman, that could work. Or of course after the anti-tank gun he could try taking up here for the mage and get up some armor of his own. He should also, I think, consider some caches up. He really should have done that sooner when he had a sort of stronger position anyways. And Cheese, by the way, has scored 4 festering armor. I should have noticed that one a bit sooner. Which could of course, I mean, in case of some heavy armor response, or at least say an M36 Jackson, could allow him to bring that one in. Otherwise a command tank could eventually be an idea, as opposed to some hold down in the right place. Otherwise, Cheese should also consider some fuel caches, and I think, you know, to support the Stug he could, oh well, the Flak Panzer, I would say, he could consider getting a Stug. This is not a Stug, that's a Stug. But a Stug to sort of help support it could work out reasonably well as well, of course, just going for the Panzer IV. I mean, that is very much an option as well. I also think he should replace the MD42 he lost, as will help control the battlefield a bit better. I think that would work out pretty well for Cheese as well. Here. Anyways, back to the fight here. Flak Panzer rushing forward, it's going to be fighting on, grenades going off, shattering the cart, which had done nothing to offend the United States of America yet. There we go. A half-track gets shown who's the real anti-aircraft vehicle here, and anti-other stuff. Mortar half-track in a bit of trouble as well. Getting pelted there. Looks like it will escape here. Grenade going off there. Still almost veterans 1 already. More half-track damage and certainly a bit of other damage done to the Americans. And of course the M15A1 is, well, naught but a dream. Captain needs to be careful. Got a bazooka hit there versus the Flak Panzer though. Pack 40 could stand to up a bit further. Ooh, close there to losing the Grenadiers. And he's actually hulling down the Flak Panzer. Not bad, not bad. That could actually work out pretty well. But already, of course, the response has been quick from Ladin once he realised what was coming his way. Once he realised there was an eastern wind blowing, he called up an anti-tank and trying to deal with that. Of course, here with hull down, he does have a high rate of fire and a higher range. So that guy can pretty well support there the other German infantry. But it is a well lost, and he will need more infantry. Quickly popping the hull down though, as soon as the anti-tank arrives. Sensible choice. Too bad then he sort of makes a full 180 turn before driving away. Exposing the rear here, certainly making things only easier for the bazooka troops. Need to be careful. There we go, veteran to 1. Getting off some good hits there, but also taking some rather good hits there from the Americans as they slowly creep forwards. She's once more rapidly losing ground here in the face of an American counterattack from Ladin.
Taking our territory. Boys, you ready to roll out? Gather around. Go ahead. We're ready. Ready. Send orders.
We know the Boston flak panzer to the west. Almost got a half track there. I think that could have worked out actually. He could also go on a Stu, but now instead he's getting a mortar. He's got an Ladin Merper. Not entirely sure how that's going to work out, but then again versus the anti-tanker maybe. Getting some extremely good hits there versus the Lieutenant. Almost wiping the entire lot, but instead leaving them all pretty wounded and filled with shrapnel. And additionally, you got the right hand side there, we've got Raven holding up there. Interesting enough, I mean, we haven't seen Ladin use defensive stance at all. I mean, he could consider using it, but then again, with the flak panzer about, he might be feeling less intention towards that. So certainly that will make them an easier target for being hit, but also just a quick blitzkrieg could very quickly turn them into pancakes. Granted, the Germans inside the flak panzer might not feel like having pancakes afterwards, though. You know, I feel like pancakes. Oh, shut up, Fritz. So the rest of us just don't feel like it anymore. And it's got Raven there charging forward into the Grenadiers, with the MD42 there supporting them. And of course being forced straight into it, only increasing the damage done on them. And almost gaining that MD42 veteran to 1. Lots of mortar fire here. We got Pack 40s moving up here, apparently expecting an assault on that side. We got the Major on the way here for Ladin. He could then follow up with some armour. I still think he should have gotten a cash or two. He's also got plenty of munitions, which I think could open up some glint. And half they're a bit too close, they easily dealt with. Shot through the hedgerows. Rather than taking heavy damage. Captain moving up, but he's rather placed himself in a pretty exposed position. And there you go, he's just getting absolutely slaughtered. Veteran the 3 unit wiped out. Another unit lost there for Cheese and Zereich. Oh, he's now very close to Veteran 2, which will increase its rate of fire, which is pretty much any infantryman's worst nightmare.
You guys, listen to me if you want to live. We are ready.
Another captain on the way, though. Another captain on the way. Of course, he's got the manpower for it. Of course, they still provide him with bazookas, which will certainly help the armor. Cheese in the end's actually got some now, fuel and manpower. He could consider Panther Fortress to support the flak panzer. Command tank could also be an idea. Of course, the noble Sturmgeschütz. Part of me would also say you should consider sort of fortifying here. A few tank traps, a bit of barbed wire. And some other bits that I think could do well. And there we go. Excellent hit there from the flak panzer, just shattering those rear echelons. Wiping out the entire unit. Could get the anti-tank gun there. There we go. Crew wiped. Rather than taking heavy losses. Crewing it again. Wiped out with the light machine gunners. We've got gunners pushing up here as well. MD42 inside the building. And there you go. Rather being forced to wait. 17 kills on that flak panzer, down to less than half health though. But nonetheless forward it goes. Unstoppable. Filled with vim and vigor and a hatred for all things American. Almost got the captain there. Again, bazooka dropped. They might want to get out of there now. Even as it's getting closer to Infantry 3, which would only make it shoot even faster. Now, of course, Ladin can get armor up. Sherman, Jackson, either of those could be a good option. Though with only a flak panzer out, I think a Sherman might be a better choice. That way you could sort of quickly shift the door towards inland infantry and apply further pressure to Cheese's troops. Massive artillery strike coming down there. And lots of pioneers on the way to help repair the flak panzer. A sensible choice there. One of numerous flak panzers the Germans made in the war. The first one being the flak panzer 1. Then came the flak panzer 38T, the Möbelwagen, then the Ostwind, then the Wirbelwind. Or was it Wirbelwind, then Ostwind? Either way, sort of the later ones that actually saw action in the war. There were some other models, but from what I know, they didn't really see any action.
Germans are sniffing around our asses.
Well, I think there was technically also some variations they were made when they actually captured some T-34s and then sort of converted them into anti-aircraft tanks as well. Little fun fact there.
Now available in your sector.
Little fun fact there. Grenade there for the firing away.
What? All right, you guys. We're trying to outflank you.
Grenadiers need to fall back.
More territory for the
Chiefs, I think, should consider some, you know, more armour, something more to support the flak punch, prepare for enemy armour. We got no Jackson on the way. This looks like Ladin's going heavy in there. Definitely wants to hard counter that piece of German metal.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Capture complete.
There's further mortar fire range in there, and the Pak-40 setting up, ready to turn any American tank into a heap of burning scrap. Another push here from the centre, Lieutenant hanging about there. Interesting enough, it seems like at this point Ladin's largely given up on grenades. An interesting development considering how strong he was at using them initially. He sort of seems to have forgotten about them. Flak punch needs to be careful there. Ground time anti-tank and plus the captain. Almost veteran to flee there, all the way halfway, less than half. Way in fact left. Need to get it back though, get it back for more repairs. I mean, if you get that to veteran flee, that's going to be an absolute nightmare for Ladin's infantry. Zet though, taking more hits there from the captain. Taking a rather silly path, I think. We've got the Jacks moving up there. And there you go, bazookas cook it up though. A tragic loss there, but an excellent flak puncher crew. Tragic loss. Got the M36 Jacks moving up there with this 90mm gun. MB42, by the way, closing in on Veteran T2. No use of incendiary rounds there. For Cheese, we're not really seeing much else. We've got a Panzer more there than way though. Panzerkampfwagen 4. And we got some grenadiers flanking all the way up here. We got a rifle grenade going off. Had to quickly dodge a grenade. I think he's trying to get the major there. And there we go. A major kill there for the grenadier. Got the captain there being pushed away. Grenadiers forcing away. Good job, good job. Overall keeping up pressure good here. Ladin's strategy. So they get its initial opening there. So they've been exploited here by Cheese. Of course, now with the Jackson out, there might be more problems. And then again, we got Pak-40 moving up. He's not pulling back the Jackson, in fact. And that Jackson is getting absolutely shot to pieces here. It's practically, well, target practice. And there we go. Bit of a waste. They was too slow there to pull it back. Bit too reckless with this Jackson. And now we got the Panzerkampfwagen few forwards. Pendulum machine gun all the way there to further turn to the infantry. Pendulum machine guns, these German ones, were mostly meant there to help deal with enemy aircraft. Sort of there for anti-aircraft defense. Little fun fact there, of course they couldn't use the ground targets. Shot there, bounced off. No armor piercing rounds there for the M1. No armor piercing, discarding Sabo rounds. But he's moving up there, tank cleared up. We got there, eventually two for the MB42. Still no sign of incendiaries. And a good hit there from the German Grenadienwerfer. Could he get the MB42? There we go. More hits against the Panzer IV. We'll have to force it back here. At least use tag aim. Ladin, at least use tag aim. Fuel here being taken by the Reich. Pak-40's falling back under fire with the smoke. Blocked there by the Panzer IV. Of course, you can use, you know, Panzer contingent not just to cover the tank or the vehicle itself, but actually to cover up for other units that might want to get out of there. Little fun fact, but not something you actually see used a lot by any player. And there you go, Lieutenant getting up close and ugly. 27 kills. He's not upgrading all with a Browning light machine gun. I'm a bit disappointed at that. And that really would increase the Lieutenant's skill score further than the rifle not being in a bit of trouble. No grenades. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. And there we go, trying to catch them a bit. Didn't quite work out. And we got a bit of field punch back here from the Panzer. Apparently a replacement from some other division. Since otherwise I'm pretty sure the Panzer would never received any sort of older tanks like that. I mean, the Panzer as an elite division and pretty much the elite division pretty much got the newest equipment it could get its hands on. Of course, as the war progressed, even that would of course been a very difficult thing. But generally, I mean, being elite in the German army meant you got the best troop replacements, the best equipment, of course you got it the soonest before anyone else. And of course you could pick whatever you wanted. And to take the bits off the Grenadier. Panzer will take a few hits, we might see the anti-tank lost again, a bit too close to the front line. Nothing screening it, allowed the Grenadiers to get close to it. Still no incendiaries, but closing in on veteran D3. I mean, he's really getting more done with that MG42 than poor Cheese ever did. Buildings collapsing. Germans dying in droves right here in front of the victory point. My God, Dieter. So many of us died. Yeah, well, just keep fighting or you'll end up dead, says well. There you go, command tank flanking in. Tank force moving on, there you go, the ambulance is lit on fire.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Right from there getting absolutely shattered like porcelain.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Crushed by a mallet. Other Panther moving in. Got another artillery barrage going in there. Getting one of the pack crews completely obliterating the crew. I rather think some of those munitions really should have been used on more Brownings before the rifle. There we go. Game over here. Ladin gives it up. Having been broken here by Reich's Panzers. I mean, he had a really good start, certainly kept up the pace, kept up the aggression, but again, there was a certain flaw in it, and again, that one was called, there was no preparation from. I mean, that's always something you have to keep in mind when you play, and even when you're doing well, you should always worry about what happens if he brings that armor. Even at your greatest, even when you're sure you got it, always have something to deal with enemy armor, otherwise you could be unpleasantly surprised here. That's what happened once Cheese brought in the flak panzer and pretty much hard countered what Ladin had and really did a lot of damage. I mean, that flak panzer and the fact that Ladin was unprepared for it, I mean, he hadn't even laid down mines, pretty much was what sort of propelled Cheese back into the game from what otherwise been a rather rough start due to some questionable tactical play there by Cheese at times, in particular with the MG42, which I felt like he didn't get as much out of as he could have, and a part of me would have said he should have gotten another one out. But again, it did not happen, and he rather sort of managed to claw his way back into the game. The scout car also helped out quite a bit, so ended up sort of hang around a bit further and such. So I mean, some nice strategic plan once he got the armor out. I mean, he began playing certainly better as well. I mean, there are clearly some problems, I think, for Cheese and infantry. For Ladin, again, nice infantry play, but again, strategically, there are flaws, and those are rather what hurts him. That, and he also basically hung around with the Jacks there for too long, basically allowing the Pack 40s to move up and knock it out. So, I mean, those are some things to keep in mind while you're playing the game, and if you can do that, I think you should overall see an improvement in your game. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, just share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay of your own or write some comments in the comments section. And if you feel like supporting Propagandacast, consider donating. Every donation is most welcome. You can do so in the link in the video description where there's a link to PayPal. We can do so. So thank you all for watching and see you all tomorrow. Bye.